Solar, the dirty business of clean energy.
Let's take a closer look at solar energy. American manufacturers, Chinese manufacturers, and the blurred lines. So how many US-based solar manufacturers are there? The short answer, there are 52 American manufacturers combined that build solar panels, inverters, charge controllers, racking systems, and various other components. Of those companies, 22 specifically build solar panels. Also, there are currently 12 US companies that recycle outdated and broken solar equipment. However, those figures are a bit deceiving based on several factors. The biggest one being actual ownership of US solar manufacturers. Let me go back to the beginning, without going too deep, for everything to really make sense. First, during Trump's first term in office, he imposed a 30% tariff on all Chinese exported solar panels into the US. This was a strategic tariff that slowly lowered to 15% over the next 4 years. That 15% tariff has been in place since that time, meaning it seemed to work for the Biden administration as well, because no changes were implemented. However, instead of US solar manufacturers stepping up to the plate, they kind of floundered despite the US subsidies they received to help bolster a dominant US market share. Then, the Inflation Reduction Act unintentionally allowed for massive subsidies that allowed for 4 more years of offering those free solar panels for your home, and big profits for US solar companies. So they continued flooding the market with their US assembled solar equipment that have oftentimes turned out to be not so free. The nightmare stories from duped homeowners are plentiful, all while some homeowners tell their success stories. So really, it boils down to which company you dealt with and how greedy or legitimate each of those many companies chose to operate. Now, with all that being said, over the years, to maintain positive cash flow, several of these US solar manufacturing companies have sold off ownership shares to Chinese firms. So this is a whole sticky story, so many wormholes, and it's just, next I'm going to get into the national security behind all the imported solar panels from Southeastern Asia companies and Chinese companies, because they're all one and the same. Talked about that in the first video. So stick around, I'm going to go a little bit deeper into this, then it'll all start coming together. For 1836 Media, I'm Jay, and as always, I appreciate your continued support.